G'day, this is the original Pest Management Strategy database. The idea of this is that we have developed this to coordinate a regional approach to pest management. This regional approach will lead to better pest management results environmentally, culturally and financially. It provides an option or a means of us to have people record where they know of weeds existing. Now this screen here has 5 components. You'll see the main screen is where the video exists, the main screen is where the map is, and to move your map around it's a case of just grabbing the centre and moving it. It's similar to Google Maps. We also have down the bottom here an area that you can enter in a identification of a weed. We have some pre-existing data that we collected which has been organised or aggregated to 5 kilometre grid squares, and to view a particular weed you select from this weed area down the bottom here and choose the weed that you're interested in. In this case we'll choose Parkinsonia. Now what happens is it's pulling that data off a database and loading up, so it takes a little while to load up. You should have some feedback down the bottom left hand corner that tells you how it's progressing, and you can start seeing these 5 kilometre grid squares coming up for the region. So in the pink here it shows where we know data exists. If you as a user want to be able to enter records, you can just zoom in. But before we get into there, over here on the right it provides a bit of an overview of what the pest management strategy is about and some information about how the interface works, so you just need to scroll down to find that. This next box here shows a video, which is the video you're now seeing, and down the bottom is some logos for those people who have invested in this, which is the Australian Government under the Caring for Country program, and the Tropics, which is a non-profit organisation funded to do these sort of activities with our partners. So enter a record. It's a case of finding your particular area where you live, and please be mindful that this will only work with the Tropics, which is as far as just north of Greenvale, west to Pentland, right along the coastline to Bowen, and that stretches down toward the Alpha region. So in this case we know some weeds or Parkinsonia exists in Ravenswood, so we can zoom in on the Ravenswood area, so you roughly make it about centre, and then using your zoom in tools you zoom into that location where you know that weed exists. So this is using the Google Maps mapping, so it's an open source API. So we know some weeds exist just to the north of Ravenswood or Parkinsonia, so we can just click on the screen like so, and what that does is register a coordinate generally in the area, and we'll just put in our name down the bottom here, what organisation we belong to. So let's say the Charters Towers Regional Council. Description is useful because it's representing a 5 kilometre area. If you want to provide a bit more detail about exactly where it's located, so we'll just say a large patch of Parkinsonia is known to exist over a 500 metre area west of White Bluff, and that'll help us direct that. So once we've done that, we can then press the submit button, and that record gets entered into a database. So that record will be what's called like a purple square later on, and later on we'll actually then incorporate that based on the validity of the record incorporated into the validated records, which is the pink stuff that you see earlier on, the pink 5 kilometre squares. Okay.